Good evening. Anyway, just thought I'd do a little informal update, real informal video. Just kind of what's been going on, maybe what I have in mind for the future. Anyway, tip of the cap to the Mariners, finally making the playoffs after, what is it, 20 some odd years. I think 2001 was the last time. Anyway, so pretty stoked about that. So I got the Mariner hat on. Anyway, so just going to show you what's been going on, give you a more close-up view. And you can see basically that it's pretty much the same status quo with a few things here or there going on, so enjoy. Okay, right now this pair is getting ready to spawn again. She's really gotten red past couple days, and he's kind of showing a lot more red. Typically when they're not spawning, which is not very often, but he will kind of pale up a little bit and she'll be really skinny. Got these other guys that are gonna come into the picture, but anyway, so they've been spending a lot of time past few days down in here. I think there's an entrance to this cave that they used before, but I did take a big rock out so that if they do wind up bringing them in there, I can see a lot better. Anyway, so right now that's pretty much like normal, and still have these guys, they're eating up a storm. And I don't know, the second one usually is around. But anyway, what's really cool is these cuttings that I've got from a friend are starting to grow pretty good. I don't know, still have yet to see if they're gonna melt, but there's some new growth right off the top. You can almost see where I'd trimmed it before. And then that guy, all that new growth, you can see the lush red and the tip there. Right there, some new growth. These are hanging on, but I reduced my lighting schedule down by about an hour right now because I noticed just the slightest little bit of algae going on. But anyway, these things are kind of hanging on. This thing's got a little bit of new growth, but I'm not holding out hope. It's probably going to be all right, but this thing seems to be growing out pretty good too. Anyway, this is a crypt that melted before, and I had to kind of trim it all the way back down. Now it's starting to grow back out in the center. Right in the middle there. All these base leaves were still there, but the upper leaves had melted down, so I trimmed them out, and now I got a couple new shoots coming up. And this pygmy chain cord just keeps going on and on and on and on. That's normal. Way over here now. I started that sucker way in the back. Just filled that whole back. Now it's run its way out here. And then I got some new growth going on here. That brighter colored leaf you see that's unraveling, that one came out this week after kind of basically shooting up from the substrate. Some of that valve back there, Bacopa. Kind of holding out hope for that. There's a little piece I put over here too, but anyway, so kind of what's going on in there. Over here, these fry here, I was really hoping by this upcoming weekend that they'd be big enough to take to our club meeting. I want to say you lay them down, they're probably about a quarter, maybe a little bit of a quarter, size of a quarter. A couple of them are real small, maybe more like a dime. Anyway, and then I have a couple of, at the time I called them throwaway Anubias because they were just covered in algae from my original algae bloom, but I've thrown in there and got some new growth going on. This lighting is a lot lower, and I probably only run this light about 6 hours a day. And there's a 10-gallon holding tank right next door, and it's too dark right there. Yeah, that's going to be eventually used for something. And it's about feeding time, so I'm getting ready to feed. But anyway, that's what's going on.